chance to get one chance in the showdown. So let's see how this plays out. Astralis, they're going to be on the T side to begin with. Complexity on the CT side. I don't think we've casted this new Astralis, have we? We've seen them play, but I think you and I have casted with Borb and Stare playing around. So that's going to be interesting.
Well, let's have a look then. It's going to be a mid push coming in from Astralis here. They've got smokes, molotovs, flashes, and we've got Buzz on the B side as well. So a B split looking likely here. The smoke towards the top or middle. Molotov towards the back of construction as well. So this looks to be that B split, and Floppy to defend as he gets that first frag, make it a double. He's mowing them down here. A monstrous play from Floppy and a clean sweep from Complexity as they shut down any efforts there from Astralis. Beautiful stuff.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know. How did Floppy barely take any damage there?
You know what's the most absurd part of it is he never looks up. They're flying above his head and he just keeps it at a level height. Like he's not even looking up into the sky, which how do you not do that? Like almost, I think your muscles would betray you normally. You just...
That's a flashbang for the B bomb site. That's not really much you can do. That was the window to try and strike.
Yeah.
Bit of a fake, and they'll be focusing their efforts towards the A ramp elsewhere. Good kills found. Buzz actually did strike with the Tech 9 towards B.
This is awkward for Elige. Yeah, good to fall back behind the cover of the sandbags at the very least. He's still going to get traded, and look at Grimm's health. This is a 2-1-2, really only by the numbers, because Holzerk might almost have to play this on his own. Now, that's still doable, of course. Molotov, maybe a bit early. There's still a minute on the clock, so maybe just wait until you actually hear the plant.
I guess with the smoke down, he was assuming they'd be walking into the site itself, but they've got a second smoke. That's been deployed at this stage. 2-on-2, 40 seconds.
Borb has the bomb.
Yeah, well, he's starting to apply some pressure here.
This is real interesting. Grim kind of in front, but the bomb is all the way at the B bomb side right now. Smoke's going to be fading. Let's see how quick Device is going to be on the trigger here. Grim right on the other side and a bullet away from death, so going to be real careful. Device walking up. Grim has the better timing. It could never worked out better.
So, Device suggesting it could be the A finish, but it's Borup with the fake plant as well. Actually working out for him. Takes down Holzerk, 1 versus 1 Grim. Bear in mind, 7 points of health here. And there is time to plant, but he'd have to fully commit to it.
Ooh, and actually Grim had to run away. He was afraid he was going to get run down. You're right, he left himself enough time, and he's going to find the shot. That's a very well played 1 versus 2. He did everything. He used every single second in that one. Really well done.
The fake plant, bit of a stroke of genius there. The high HP player as well commits, tries to deny the plant. It all goes wrong, and it will be a pretty remarkable 2 versus 1. Borup delivers, and this is where it all started. Bear in mind, this was a bit of B fake. They flashed in towards the B side front middle, allowing Buzz to get a kill. Went back in towards A, bided their time, and made sure they capitalized split once again.
Yeah, and the setup, I mean, given where Complexity are on the map right now, that's probably going to work out fairly well. Oh, that's not ideal. With head armor on board, so he's taking a lot of damage for it, but I still think it's going to be fine. They're coming up the stairs on the other side with the bomb, so they should be able to find a bomb plant almost for free. Yeah, maybe. They're kind of a little bit slower than I was expecting here. Is the MP9 going to try and run it down? They're hearing the bomb plant on the other side, but they don't want to go through. Don't want to be funneled on the right-hand side because the smoke is right there. And there's going to be another smoke down. That's pretty devastating. Behind it, there's another smoke even and a Molotov. So they can hold on to this for a real long time. Eventually, Complexity will have to just push through this and try and get the job done. And they will. Flashed in. It's Grim to get the opening on the retake.
Here we go. This retake is actually looking pretty precarious for Astralis. Device needs to hit some bangers here, and he is delivering on all fronts. Pushes Complexity back, secures the round. Mission impossible has been completed, Anders. He's got the job done.
That's beautiful. That's really, really important.
Yeah, that was actually looking quite scary. Complexity with the momentum behind those MP9s, pushing in towards the side. There wasn't a kit, to say the least, but still, Astralis will be posting their second round. As I said, Device had to hit a few shots in a row here to secure this one. Beautiful shot on JT here. This one is confirmed the round as well.
Really hitting those flicks, and he might get a chance here early on. He's got some backup. There's a push in the middle, checking every corner board with a gun just showing, and I think that gives it away. A little bit of an AK shot coming out. He walks right into the AWP. He did not realize it was going to be there. 3-man push to the middle, and Complexity get the early kill.
Yeah, nice little bait and switch towards middle. Astralis respond with a B push of their own, and for now, the round on a knife's edge. It's a 4-on-2 in favor of Complexity, but here comes the utility, smoking the right-hand side of generators. Blame F trying to dissect the bomb site, allow device to focus on just the left-hand side. The plan needs to come through, but probably need a kill first.
They're going to go straight for it. Different position for the bomb plant, which is a little bit interesting. I think that could be an issue if you're going to be defending it from the stairs later on. You might have to walk really deep up to try and stop a defuse, but we'll see how that plays out. Speaking of defuses, Henry, there's no kit in play right now, so complexity, they have to be a little bit rushed. There is a flank, I think, coming in as well, so if that works, it's going to be fine. BlameF, he goes down first. Device is on his own. He knew it. He had the right read, but just doesn't have quite the accuracy to take down JT. So, 10-second defuse, all good. Complexity going to get a 4th round.
Quite a compelling one as well. That was the saved AK and AWP as well. They were very active towards middle at the start of the round. Normally you'll have one T-side player, then your default just providing utility, supportive grenades, usually towards construction, and flashes in towards B. They hunt him down with the 2 saved weapons, and then at that point, the snowball, good back. They needed information, so they will rotate another player over towards A, presumably. But they're just ducking and weaving here. Astralis thinking better of it. They were setting up for an A attack, and Grim's got a very strong position. Floppy to take the aggro. This could be 3 kills for Grim right now.
It really could, especially because I think there's going to be a Molotov drop right on top. And you said it, Henry. 3 kills just like that. The prophecy fulfilled once again. Stairs going to get his first kill of the map for himself, but he's in a 1 versus 4, so not necessarily the most enviable position.
Some textbook Counter-Strike there, Andy.
It is.
Utilizing the positional control that they've given up to you there. They haven't applied much pressure elsewhere on the map. You've got this amazing setup where Floppy's just got the incendiary. Looks like he's playing for information only. And then Grim in this unbelievable position. So much power behind it. And once the aggro is taken, they swing together, trying to trade. And Grim mows them down there. Doesn't get much better than that. Stair will have no choice but to save. He does find any CTs out just before you start working your way up towards the ramp. Also with the one way down at the sandbags position. So Borup waiting for the call. Molotov goes down, and here we go. The Q to slowly but surely push through. And BlameF, all the meanwhile, will be finding a pick. An important one in the form of a lead. That's a 5-on-4. Another opening frag here. 40 seconds. Looks likely to be the A finish, and they're going to be committing right here, right now.
Also, oh, wow, he's not even ready. He did not see that coming. Device charges through, pierces the bomb site, and there's nothing left.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Not giving them the telegraph cues of the execution. The smokes going down first, the Molotovs just utilizing the fact they've got a 5-on-4. Rotations will be clambering around the map. Walk up together, trade out, and find an exposed bomb site there. So beautiful stuff there from Device. Great crosshair placement. And a great round overall. It all started with a BlameF pick towards middle, so just slowing it right down. And didn't really take any damage en route. 2 players that survived, though. Floppy and Grim.
I think it was quite the plan for Complexity, because they weren't just pushing middle with the leash. They were also pushing out of the B bomb site with Floppy and Grim. So I think they made a call across the team saying, just hold back on A, we'll try and push mid and B, and then we'll find out what's happening. And it could have actually worked, except for the fact that Astralis execute onto the A bomb site before anyone even finds out anything. And obviously, Elige dies in the middle. But I still think, I do like the idea of having a more engaged CT side here, rather than just sitting back at the back of bomb sites waiting. So I don't really mind Complexity trying this. Sometimes it'll blow up in your face. But
Brain, Stair would be very happy to receive these eco frags if possible. So far, so good, but then Floppy arrives at M4. Makes things a little bit more uncomfortable. There's Grim as well. He drops the bomb. A 2-on-2 ensues. Grim, smoke M4 and armor. Full Zerg, full eco. Bomb recovered, and the round resets.
Could see Device, he took an extra second to line up the shot, and he still missed it. Oh my god. He's moving. That is a good flick on the whole Zerg. Not that he had much to fight back with, really. I think he just had a pistol. It's on Grim. Now, I would say Grim has the kind of skills that could definitely win a round like this, but he's got to be real careful. Buzz is there. He just edges him out. Shallow peek, if I've ever seen one. And now it's Borup on the other side. And how pressured is he feeling? Grim is hoping that he feels stressed enough that he's going to go and take a look on that side, but he's just fallen back. He's actually slipped the net, and now I think Borup is in a much better position. You can see Grim. He's checking. He'd love to find him on the bomb side. He doesn't have any more nades, and...
Speaking of Borup, He's going to try his luck once again towards B. Trade for now as blamef will give them the lead. They seem to be finding the majority of their success towards B now. It was actually going the other way to kick things off here. It's flashbang from Step. Surely that's the round, but two players are very low for Astralis here.
Yeah, if they know, I guess they definitely know that Stair is low, because he would have seen the dink there, Elige. It's always fun if you have a grenade or something, but Astralis have called for a freeze across the map. They really don't want to be losing any more players here, and I think that's wise when you got this much time on the clock. You don't have to rush anything. You can just wait around and see if the CTs are going to be showing up, and it feels like at least JT is feeling curious for the moment. It's been a bit of a rough start for JT, but in the past complexity games, he actually has had a lot of impact, I would say.
Yeah, his individual form, honestly, has been very impressive. I've really enjoyed his contributions. We'll see if he can do anything about this. It was actually not a bad position, to be honest with you. Maybe he could get a couple of frags, considering how low they were, but that should be the round. Hulzerg in a position to sabotage their efforts. They come at him one by one, you never know, and yeah, they're trying to make sure they don't give anything away here. A sigh of relief for Astralis. Hulzerg, the way he's playing right now, certainly had the potential to win that round, but he is silenced early on.
And I think good, you know, fundamental Counter-Strike theory coming out from Astralis. When they're going back to that A-ramp, they send Stair in first. He's so low on health. Why wouldn't you sacrifice your low health player to find out whether now he does?
blamef entering the A-bomb side with emphatic pace here. Spots one towards a crane, and he is not slowing down for anyone, deploying the initial utility as he opens up that first frag. Astralis on top, but not for long. Hulzerg steals one away, but it's back to a 3-on-3, and that should reset the round as Borup will try his luck towards mid.
That's a very quick trade back and forth. Just 4 people dying on that A-ramp, and yeah, leaves it in a curious position here. Floppy, been good on the defense so far, but he's not ready for this one. Doesn't even get a chance to fire the gun. He's going to be out of it. Device sneaking in on the other side. Also, he could have been dead, but instead, he gets it back. The bomb is making its way there because that B-bomb site's already being held. Buzz is already just holding this position, so Borup can get a clean bomb plant, and it's going to be a tough retake. But Lexi have no choice, right? It's the 15th round, so obviously they're going to go for it. And they do have some grenades.
Welcomed grenades for sure. Final round, 2-on-2. Hulzerg AWP, 2 kills to his name so far. Both players coming in from the elevated position. That slow approach, you can see just going to be setting up flashbangs here, hoping for a quick opening frag.
Yeah, here comes the flash. That might be enough for it, actually. It's pretty good. Buzz, a little bit panicked, but Borup comes in to help out and said that he was nervous. Now, first of all, I like the idea of calling him Stagger. Like, he doesn't even know who he is. Like, he's like, I don't care about this person at all. And he's nervous, and I'm going to take him down. He starts with Device in this one, Elige. He's playing very well at the moment. He's got 13 kills. 12 of them in the first half, starting off the pistol here. They did sort of get in a slot here. Complexity need to pick it up again. Floppy back with the headshots. He got 3 in the pistol round in the opening half, and a double here to almost cement the round. Stair sending bullets into the void. Nothing connecting on that side.
This couldn't be going any better for Complexity if they tried. A 5-on-2. Lovely little mid-split there. A bit of a classic. The Molotov towards construction, smoke down CT spawn, a single flash required, push through elevators, get that bomb down. Really difficult to manage for the USPs. And the Glocks come out on top. Just trying to hold on to the little they have. The crumbs, as Stair will be, he's getting a frag here. Every kill he gets is $300, so that's what he can make of it, but ultimately Complexity tie things up. And bear in mind, they had, what, the 7-2 lead in the first half of their CT campaign. They end up with just 7 in total. So giving up 6 rounds in a row towards the end didn't feel good on their CT side, but winning the pistol here round and a probe in towards B. JT leading the charge. Frantic spray from Buzz. Lucky to even get one. He lost control of that.
I actually think that's such a dilemma that you have to deal with you're playing Counter-Strike is how long do you commit to killing someone after a pop flash? And there is definitely a cutoff limit. You see it both with sprays like that, but you also see it when people try to like swing wide. It's like you swing a little bit, you almost maybe see someone, you keep swinging, and suddenly you're dead because you've way overstayed your welcome. And that felt like, I mean, he probably felt like he had him, and he did, but cost him his life and cost him the bomb site. Might have cost him the round as well, the way this is going. Floppy, Grim, and Hulzerg are still left. Now, there is a kit on Borup, but not that many nades either on Astralis. This retake, even if they're a man up, is not going to be easy.
They should be winning it. Should being the operative word here. A decent flashbang through the smoke. Good utility deployment so far. Floppy with first contact.
So what a Molotov. Are they going to run into it? They might just step into their own Molotov there. Floppy gets the return, or gets the kill, but then gets returned on blamef. Grim and Holzerk, they're still here. Smoke on top of the bomb. That's a nice little detail, but the spray, it couldn't have been better. Now no defuse is happening, and blamef still able to get the shot. They pick up the kit, and they don't have time. I think they might have lost the kit inside of the smoke, because they might have had time otherwise, but they just couldn't quite get it. And Complexity, they win that 3 versus 4 in the afterplant.
That should have been the round.
Yes, it
that
should.
Should have been the chance for Astralis to enter this second half, but that's now 4 in a row for Complexity. You said it was going to be a difficult retake here. It all started with this equal trade, but then at that point it was the 4-on-3 advantage. The retake was looking promising. They even had the kit, but there's no time available.
You know.
Yeah, in the heat of the moment, and you've got 3 or 4 different people trying to get the information. I tell you where the kit is, and it can get very chaotic very quickly. Let us set it though towards middle from blamef. Double stack in towards the boosted boxes there, and they've actually got the man advantage once again. Didn't help them out in the previous round. We'll see if they can convert this. Looking for their first round in the second half. It's Buzz posted at the back of the B bomb site here. Will have to extinguish the Molotov. That's fine though, you can use it to retreat if required, but it's time to fall apart once again. Now they're aware of the potential of Buzz, trying to lock him in with the Molotovs. And the smoke fades, he'll have no cover.
You can wallbang that with the AWP back there, and Holzerk knows it as well. You gotta be careful. Buzz, smoke fades. Holzerk's not ready. He wasn't expecting it. What a headshot. Beautiful work come out here from Buzz, and he's feeling so inspired by himself that he was ready to go for that one as well. Big device to pick him off, but there's the round that they needed. They do get to keep 3 people alive, including the AWP. They steal 2 AKs, and it's a 9-11 scoreline. So anything can still happen.
Love the ingenuity of the boost at the start, knowing they needed an opening pick and maybe getting a little bit too comfortable in middle. Trademark position from these back walls of the A ramp.
Surely in a grander scheme for Astralis, a lot of this is about getting Stare and Buzz reps in on land. I think Borb is a little bit more experienced. Even if it's at a slightly lower level, I still think he's got a little bit more experience, but I would say those two need to start to feel more comfortable in the team. I'm actually much less worried about Borb overall in terms of also because I think he's going to be fitting more of a utility role anyway, and I think he's going to do fine in that role. I think it's the other two that need to feel comfortable to be able to stand up to some of these more experienced teams, really. Nice nade. Puts him on that funny number. It's a funny number again.
Yeah, we haven't seen it for a few days. Always a welcomed addition to the broadcast.
It makes people smile. Chip spams in the chat, I'm sure. Something to be able to do.
So, Complexity with a contact play in towards B. It's Buzz once again, the same position, trying to stay alive as long as possible. Did an excellent job before and fights back once again. Does well to even get a single frag there. The grenade, though, that could be enough for a kill. 1 HP on Floppy. Avoids it for now, trying to stay at the back. Oh, the pack as the bomb is planted.
Yeah, I thought that grenade was going to get Floppy, but smart play from him to stay out of the range of it. And they're sending Grim with the bomb plant.
A massive round here, Anders. For both teams, fully invested. Lost bonus on the line.
How much can Floppy do with 1 point of health?
He just gets a single kill, that's it. That's enough.
That's all you need? Well, let's see. They might call up his number here. No, there's a nade. They're going to find him. What a start to a retake. Device will follow it up. And now smoke on top of the bomb. That looks so clean. And this time, they don't have any problems with finding kits or anything else.
Yeah.
They go straight for it.
This one is under control. A sigh of relief for Astralis fans here. This one was starting to spiral at one point when they were 7-2 down, but starting to wake up in the second half as well. A very efficient and well done retake there on the bomb site. It all started with the stair pick as well, just as the smoke went down as well. He swings on a leash. Managed to get that lovely grenade as well on a 1 HP Floppy. And yeah, can't ask for much more than this. Perfectly done. Device with the double spray down at the end.
Down to a little bit more output in some of these rounds, and maybe it'll make a difference.
Well, the Galil for Floppy this time. Utility deployed towards B. Looks at that mid split we talked about before. Nice HE there. Lots of damage done. JT takes a lot at the start, but continues his push. It'll be Floppy taken out of the equation first, and now JT trying to thread the needle towards CT spawn here. Good position, but his teammates are dropping.
Yes, they most certainly are. Buzz, double kill. Bomb drop a little bit further behind Lige. I think just his little boots showing there. He's going to go down eventually, so now they have to go back to the stairs to pick up the bomb. I don't even need to get there at all. Just a great defense being put up here. Everyone from Astralis really chiming in. Buzz with the early double kill, making a big difference. But Astralis had 14 rounds, proving and showing why they picked this map.
Absolutely. They've picked up 6 rounds out of the last 7. They've got the one-way smokes. They've got the crossfires. They seem to have just a great understanding here. You can see why they have picked to go today, even with the impressive
off, you know, after the whole NIP affair was going on. Just Counter-Strike didn't feel quite the same. Something was missing.
Certainly.
And now that he's back, I feel more at home again. It does feel like we've really been missing his influence on the game. And the fact that he's able to come back and play at this level is... There are not many players in the world that could do that.
Not many. Just a select few, and Device certainly is in that conversation. He will be finding the second frag as they look certain to close things out here, Anders. Their map pick, so far so good. 2 kills remain as this in cruise control right now. Complexity, a good showing in the opening stages. 7-2 up. Looked like it was going to be their map. A chance of a 2-0 with Overpass up next as well, but sure, it's a close game, but the way they kind of rolled over in the second half, it's worrying as well. And with the in-game leader unable to frag in this particular showing, they're going to have quite the conversation in the pause between the second map here.
Which will be on Overpass, which we know that they're going to be pretty good on Complexity. So obviously we all want to see Nuke, given the way that the Vita worked out. So maybe we will get there. Grim and JT trying to salvage this particular round. It looks like it's absolutely impossible. JT put all the way down.
So Device and Blame F. And as you might expect, technical setup from Complexity. 4 flashes, a smoke, and a Molotov stare. Oh, I felt like that should have been his. He'll be dinged to kick things off, but the bomb has been spotted. First frag for Astralis as they mow them down towards short. That's a beautiful start.
What a difference it would have made if Elige actually got the full 100 damage onto Stair.
Right.
That would have focused their attention somewhere else, but instead they get locked in the tunnel. Nobody wants... You don't want to be backpedaling through that tunnel. Doors opened, but they're well aware that someone could be up. Buzz will find another shot, make it a triple for himself. And they're hunting down JT. He's not going to get a chance. Nobody dies on the Astralis side as they win the pistol. Having a great time.
Nice to see a big smile on Device's face. Lord knows it's been a while.
True. I think he had 27 kills at the end of Vertigo.
That's quite impressive. I didn't actually notice that. But this is a great pistol. Astralis with the boost, taking the aggro from the short push. Finding 3 kills. An area of contention here is Stair to defend. Good flashbang as you might expect, and he just about gets away.
Oh, this is what worked for Complexity the last go-around. They were so good at attacking the bomb side, but this time Astralis actually holding on to it. JT's going to get shut down, and Holzerk 1 versus 3. The bomb is dropped real far away from him, and he's got 30 seconds. This is where Astralis don't need to fight at all, but they will catch Holzerk out in the open. They could have definitely also played it slower and waited for a potential bomb plant. I don't really mind either way, but it's a good defense. But this is the exact formula where Complexity over and over again last time they were on Overpass just ran down their opponents, and it was so efficient.
Single series yet, but Blame F is still in the top 5 performers at the group stages here in Copenhagen. So yeah, he's had some great form, but it might be enough again for Complexity, Anders. They've been absolutely wrecked at the start of the round. The active nature of this Astralis CT side is proving very difficult to deal with, and once again, they've got nothing to do.
They have 4 kills in total, Henry, on the Complexity side.
That's a good point.
It's not ideal.
It's not where you want to be. That's fair to say. Their map pick, they're yet to even commit to an execution or even get some key territory on the map. Like, they have not even got bathrooms control yet.
Yeah, but this exact kind of push, right, is something that we didn't see out of Astralis last time, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't have those kind of forward, aggression to stop. Because the problem is, Complexity proved in the last go-around that they are able to take control outside of B and then execute into the B bomb side. And once they get that stage, once they can throw the flashbangs, once they can send someone through the tunnel, they have a lot of really cool ideas for that. I think Danny was talking about, I think Mahone in the Mahone zone was talking about the Molotov that's actually landing right, I think, where Borb was playing on that ramp.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
And then the flashes to come through, like how you can do it. So, like, they have a lot of tricks, complexity to do this with, but they haven't been allowed to really do them yet.
Yeah, certainly not. They don't even really get anything done this round. They just have to give up the ghost. 2 players survive in T-spawn, but again, Astralis finding all of the kills before they've even committed towards a bomb site there.
That's scary, isn't it? Pick the right way, maybe. You could have got the kill right then and there. Device lucky to be alive, I dare say. Bomb outside of B on Holzerk, who I think he wanted to peek through and catch someone jumping, but they got Molotov then smoked off, so they just couldn't do anything.
So at least they've got positional control to go for this B execution. They've only got a couple of flashes now, so it just have to be the contact play, Anders.
Oh, this is huge, though. Speaking of contacts, they're really deep on the site. Unfortunately, they lose the first kill. Borb just lands it on JT. Floppy's going down next. And now a little bit of a shot for the smoke. They're really being slow. I don't like this complexity. I feel like they need to kill these people on the B-bomb site before Mount Backup starts to show up. They're not going to be possible. They get wiped out. No casualties on Astralis. 6-0. And they're still at those 4 kills.
You're joking.
I think so.
No. You're not. Yeah, it's correct information. 4 kills after 6 rounds total. And it's JT at the top of 2. So that's about the worst news you could possibly imagine after the first. It's his knockout stage round 1, right? So lose this best of 3, you are going to the showdown. You win it. You're not guaranteed the arena yet, but you're 1 stage closer.
Yeah, you can keep it alive. Showdown is a brutal format, and so it takes up sort of a week that maybe you could use to prepare for something else.
Absolutely,
you could boot camp a different way. It's definitely risky to end up there.
Inconvenient, for sure. So Borab, this position is always like, you would think, oh, it's so common. It'll be checked, but it's just so powerful, especially these smokes coming down.
That smoke timing.
That's they're just going for the B collapse.
It's going to be 20 seconds, here. I think, when the smoke fades. If you wait that long, it's very, very risky. And they're thinking about it, going through Borobot close. He's so flashed. It's a great flashbang and a good full-up stare, though, with the multi-spray down. 15 seconds, and the bomb has dropped. Elige is real far away. He was hoping to catch rotations for when the eventual bomb plant happens, but it never does.
Oh, that's the best chance they've had, Anders.
Yes, it is.
And there's no plant again. That kind of says it all. That's the best round they've possibly had, and they've run out of time. They're nowhere near a plant. Suggests it didn't actually go too well at all. Stare, delivering the goods. Big spray down there. His teammates dropped. They were in the right position, but Flashbang called them. You can see he actually was looking pretty good for complexity. Then Stare, prime position. There was no utility left. He had some open runway. Mows them down. AK-47 in hand as well. Posted, tournament life on the line. You're down and out. You go into the showdown if you lose this series, and they are yet to plant a bomb. As we enter round number 11, same sort of approach from BlameF. That second incendiary gives him access to the playground, Anders, and he's got the opening frag again. I can't believe it.
Doesn't even see him. He just starts to spam, and it's a kill. Elige out. Holzerk is next.
Oh, I can't believe Holzerk's died as well. Like, you need to go somewhere else. Stop going to the playground and star, bro. It's not working out. Maybe they can find some success in towards B, though, making a lot of sound. And, well, Buzz will be dropped. This is the chance for the bomb to be planted for once, though. Yeah, it's looking good.
It is looking good.
I dare say they win this round.
This is what they need. Floppy, good shot. Something to bring them back. Don't get completely blanked here in the opening half. BlameF and Device, they are the two heavy hitters, but smoked off once again is BlameF. And even if they won a bunch of rounds here, there's no real point in throwing a lot away. Unless you feel like you can get a kill right now. They're going to run out of time anyway. I think they might just settle for trying to lock them in.
They don't commit to a retake here or anything like that. They'll try and stay alive, not necessarily safe. Just try and do as much damage on the exits here to complexity. They can take 2 of the AKs away. It means compromise buys in the future. That's exactly what BlameF's going to go for here. Trying to lock them in. Ducking and weaving. Knowing they could be low on the other side. The bomb is going to hurt them as well. Floppy will be dropped. So there's the 2 guns.
And he wanted to throw the Molotov.
Exactly, so he knew he could actually potentially get the last kill as well, but that would do. They saved the AWP, they managed to only allow Complexity to take a single rifle out of this one, but there's the first round for the North Americans here. Pulling them.
Missed shot for Device. Reposition for him. He's not been there with the AWP before, so I like the change of defense. And Floppy will go down early. Buzz finding his 11th kill. He's doing quite well down to the B-bomb site. And the nightmare might just continue here for Complexity.
Could do. It's going to be a B finish. 2 players towards shore. Grim and Hulzog with the bomb. Hulzog yet to frag. There's that Molotov we were discussing. Flashes to go over, and that's presumably the full commitment here. Back and forth we go, still with a man advantage. The double spray down is on.
JT solo, and they know where he is. Stare already realized he really got the tag on him earlier. Gonna go and take him down. Hulzog finding the first kill, the second now of the map for himself, and he needs 2 more to be the hero. That would really bring it back, but he's now locked in behind the box. The AWP is right up there waiting for him, and Device will not even give him a chance, but at least he's on the board now. 11-1 though.
Yeah, we'll tell. They're going to be combative towards middle once again, extinguishing the initial smoke, but losing 2 frags to blame after kick things off. They don't even see anyone.
He's 18-3 behind that one.
They've tried to counter it now. They tried to extinguish the smoke and push through, but he's just jumped up on top of the smoke. He hasn't committed to the push, and he mows 2 of them down. And yeah, what do you even do? You have to keep going. Use your gills and hope for the best here. No one will be too confident in the prospects of round number 13. Halftime coming up soon. If they can find 3 rounds, I mean, it's the absolute bare minimum. But it doesn't start well here. 12-1 looks almost locked in. A perfect setup here for BlameF and Device. Spots 1. Gets the bomb as well, and even commits to a little bit more of a peek.
It's got to be so frustrating playing as BlameF. He's got that multi-kill potential, but he's also, you know, keeping himself alive a lot. He's, you know, he's not over-aggressing. You see him there. He probably could have crouched in for the shot against Hulzog, but he's like, nah, I'm cool. I'm just going to hang around.
It's just one of those rounds, like, when they're in this mindset as well, that they've lost hope. They're going to be going with some more audacious picks. Like, these rounds can spiral. Like, Hulzog will just be all guns blazing right now. Fighting. Looking to get any sort of point of access, but we'll see if he can get one. 30 seconds here, but unfortunately Device will be ready and waiting to pick up his 2nd kill of the round. 3 for the big man in the middle. BlameF, who's his 19th frag, has only died 3 times as we go to round number 14. And that was the force by Anders again. No bomb planted, 2 frags given away at the start.
Clearly, yeah, clearly been a 2-cake day this one, Henry.
He must have been stacking them up today. Extra icing. And somebody here we go.
Get him in this.
They've got a response now.
Yes, they do. He's surely dead, Device. There's no way to live through this one. He wanted the deagle. He's so greedy with it, but he's going to get traded out in the open again.
So you can see now, like, sure, it costs you a lot of your resources. 2 smokes at the start, but at least it denies access to the party position. Like, that was overwhelming for them. They had no idea how to stop him once he got in toward that spot. They were losing every duel. Just have to give up the smokes.
Look at this. Astralis sort of taking a page out of Heroic's book. You rotate 3 to the A-bomb site, but you don't just defend it. You're pushing forward to try and catch the T's, and it actually could work. Stairs there. Oh, and the timing, it could have been better. Spray's not really perfect, but it doesn't matter. No one's looking.
It's the bomb as well he finds. Oh my god, the grenade does max damage. Elige is in a lot of trouble. I'm surprised he survives to tell the tale. 2 points of health. Back to a 3-on-3. All of a sudden, this round looks possible. Beautiful shot from Floppy.
Yeah, that was with conviction.
Yeah.
Again, Floppy, I think it's been a reliable resource for Complexity throughout the entire tournament, really. 9 kills on him right now.
We said 12-3 was the absolute bare minimum in terms of a chance to convert this game, take us to a 3rd map, and maybe they can do it. Ball up to defend. Final pushing towards B.
That HE could do a lot of damage to Elige. He's going to get the kill anyway. And yeah, BlameF going to be right on top, but not enough for the kill on Floppy.
Oh, he didn't plant? Oh, he did.
Oh, he did. Yeah, I thought for a second. I was like, wait a minute. Well, let's see what BlameF could do. He's only got 4 deaths. Might be given his 5th right here in the 1 versus 3 to try and steal the round back. It'd be heartbreaking for Complexity. This is the most winnable round that they've had yet. This one is essentially locked in, but BlameF is looking to see if he can just get it open again. Yeah, the smoke. There's a massive gap, but they're going to be a little bit panicked, aren't they? He does have a kit. They should be peeking. They're not peeking yet, and there's Elige. Has to step it up individually. Floppy was trying to get there. Elige was trying to get there, but they need so much more than that.
It's never over until it's over. 7 guns for Complexity. Jeweler leads for Elise and Grim, and Device dissecting the map, making strides towards the A-bomb side, slowly but surely.
This is actually a style that Elise played last time. Remember how much Elise was infiltrating this A-bomb site by just taking his walk up long, and it worked really well?
If you can get him there all the way towards bank undetected, you don't even have to commit towards B just yet. You can just see what he can find. And so far, that might be exactly what's happening. So yeah, in towards bank, and they don't want to commit until he actually gets in position where he can find the kill. Then they want to start creeping their way in. Well, they're aware of it. God damn, how's JT done that?
That's massive. So much time off the clock. Now Astralis like, well, there's no choice anymore. We just have to go for it. Hope that we get the openings because we've been completely called out. Good flash to set it up, and maybe they get the bomb plant. At least that would give them something. Grim is on a very long flank. And they're going to be boosting up on top behind the smoke. Oh, this is interesting. The round is still on, Henry.
Absolutely is. It all starts here. It's Stare to try and find the opening frag. That boosted flame F is going to be a real nuisance now as the bomb is ticking at some pace, but handled. The Jeweler leads, shining bright there, Anders. An interesting round. I can't believe Galil's confirmed. And a bit of an exchange here towards Connector. I was going to say, Stare has an opportunity to strike towards that position. At least going to trade for now, and counter device, of course, it connects. It looked like he was done for, but they've got the man advantage, and Grim is tantalizingly low as well. Buzz can't make it happen in the B-bomb side. That was a brave maneuver, and one that doesn't work out for him.
They still have 50 seconds. We'll see if Complexity make a mistake in rotating towards the A-bomb side. They're getting there. The bomb still on that side with Device and Blame F duoing up, although it's going to start to fall back a little bit, so you can tell what they're doing. How long before Complexity realize? Smoke to keep their attention towards the site. Blame F is out. He's still got a flashbang. Could also throw it down to the B-bomb side from up here if he really wants to. But yeah, he's going to commit it here. Again, just about selling the idea. And it leaves just JT alone. If he goes down now, the round might be over, and he is going to go down. Borb sneaking through. It's a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, it couldn't really be worse for them now. The fake is perfect. It keeps 2 players towards the A side. JT overworked in the position, having to look towards Short and Monster. The moment he looks away, he's peaked. He even did well to do some damage there. It doesn't work out. That's the round done. And like I said, this one is pretty massive. It's the 4-spy of Astralis, round number 2. Getting 13 rounds on the board, and you have to save now. You've got 2 M4s, so not all is lost, but most of it is. Lost bonus will not be there for you whatsoever. You're going to get $1,400 per player on top of the 0 you have right now, the 2 M4s. So a chance. Grim and Floppy can single-handedly win you the next round, but they're going to have to dig deeper than ever as we go 13-4.
That much?
I'm surprised at that. I get, like, it's literally like pick your poison. It doesn't right answer here, I'm afraid. But yeah, I would think you're not going to recover a 15-4 game. Like, you might be able to win a round of 2 M4s and some deagles, you know. That's my thinking. But like I said, it
would have been my approach as well.
There's no correct answer here.
No, not really. Yeah, either one is very unlikely. You know, you're either playing for overtime or you're hoping for a wild round and then you know, a more comeback, you know, just to get to 16 before the other team does. Either one is probably very unlikely. Floppy's out here. Going to run right into the M4 of Stare. And that'll confirm that the B-bomb side is empty.
Yeah, that's the problem. You think, oh, he's got a kill. Maybe he can do something with it. No, unfortunately, that just gives up his position. It does some damage towards him. They know he's so far removed. That's series point. Complexity are not going to be making it to the arena on this showing. This is them eliminated now. So the showdown. In terms of the run here, like, let's just talk about the context of this one. It's the first event with Elise. Yes. Everyone was super hyped about that prospect. In the first game, they came out all guns blazing. They had NIP, and they managed to win 2-1. Really epic series. Elise managed to get the best stats in the tournament after day 1. He was looking great. Moved on to Vitality, 0-2. They got absolutely wrecked there. Let's be honest. They didn't turn up. It was one of those games you're like, well, it's Vitality. Like,
sure.
You're probably going to lose that one. But bear in mind, NIP went on to beat Vitality.
I know.
So that's confusing. So kind of suggests that maybe Vitality weren't as strong as we thought, because they only really took down, what, EG, Complexity on Roots, then lost to NIP.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a bit confusing.
Right. So,
and now they're back.
Now you've just all come crashing down to this moment. 11 rounds in a row required to keep the dream alive here. A chance at the Royal Arena.
Did think Buzz might have spanned Borup. Maybe it was somebody else. But either way, Elige will certainly take full advantage. Headshot to bring him down is a good kill in the right direction here for them. Stairs can open it up, and Buzz, oh my god, the shot towards the barrels. Grim, the only one holding onto the bomb side. He has to stay alive. Complexity, the whole tournament line for them here. Elige and Holzerk trying to now retake it. 2 versus 3.
The smoke goes down towards shore. They are done for, Anders.
Yeah, you're right. How do you even start the retake at that point in time? Bomb is being very delayed right now. Astralis really want to know what's up. They finally go for it, and they have identified one of them. Holzerk on the other side. At the L bend with the AWP. Flashed into it. Blamef wanted to take that fight.
Oh, he's low.
He is a bit low, but he's on the right side, and they're not expecting it. Henry, this is all over.